Application forms for sharing accommodations must be completed 2 months in advance.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Japan is the world calculator superpower. Japan is a world calculator superpower. Japanese manufacturer had less sale of calculators. Cloud seed is a form weather modification. Cloud seeding, a form of weather modification, is a way of attempting to change in recent years. Scientists have created music based on the structure of proteins as a creative way. In recent years, scientists have created music based on the structure of protein. Income inequality. Income inequality, a measure of how unevenly income is distributed through a population. Income inequality, a measure of how unevenly income is distributed through a population, has long been associated Examples are all the rocks and sand particles from dry land to those found at the bottom of the oceans. Bear weight and be the beginning of life for so many pieces. Bear weight and be the beginning of life for so many pieces.
By attending meetings, you can ask questions and meet new people.
I attend meeting. I attend meeting.
The art museum is located across the street and near the theater.
The art museum near the theater.
Tomorrow's lecture has been canceled due to the power cut.
The power cut. The power cut.
The region produces over 50% of the country's wheat.
50% of the country. 50% of the country.
A detailed list of our publications is available on request.
Details are available.
The new machine reduced labor costs to almost zero.
The new machine and almost zero.
We need to encourage children to take the responsibility for their choice.
Children and their choice. Children and their choice.
All sorts of knives will be banned from boarding a plane.
Boarding a plane. Boarding a plane.
People form into teams to achieve goals which are beyond the reach of an individual.
People and the team. People and the team.
You will learn to apply business strategies to solve problems in production of agricultural goods.
You will learn to apply business. The picture shows an overview of the ratio of male and female volunteer changes over the year between 1990 and 2004. From the picture, there are many items including male and female. According to the picture, female has the highest number at 40%. Also, male had the smallest number at 20%. In conclusion, I think that's enough. The picture shows an overview about electricity generation across Australia. From the picture, there are many items including natural gas, hydropower, and coal and bioenergy. According to the pictures, the highest number belongs to coal, which is 73%. Also, the lowest point belongs to bioenergies, which is 1%. In conclusion, I think that's enough. The picture shows an overview about renewable energy share by factors. Overall, the number went up quickly and there are many items including heat, electricity, and transport. According to the picture, electricity have the highest number at 22.31%. Also, heat had the lowest point at 5.64%. In conclusion, I think that's enough. The picture shows an overview about global distribution to climate change. According to the picture, there are many items including from 10 extreme to 6 moderate in different places in the world. From the pictures, the red area has the highest number with the 10 extreme. Moreover, the yellow had the lowest number at 6 moderate level. In conclusion, the picture is very informative. There is a picture showing an overview about 3 people are standing outside. From the picture, the background of the picture shows a man is smiling. Moreover, the main point of the picture shows a woman is shaking hands. Moreover, the main subject of the picture shows the woman is smiling and talking. In conclusion, the picture is very informative.
To be a successful entrepreneur, you should have a good idea, but the definition of a good idea varies depending on whom you ask. A great idea should have several features. Firstly, the great idea should be various and novel. Secondly, the great idea should be unique, which means no one has thought about it. Thirdly, it is essential for great ideas to be transformative and productive. All ideas essentially are a combination of other smaller ideas, but this doesn't mean they can't be unique. Merely copying doesn't make anything idiosyncratic. It's the individuality that one puts in which they make a concept stand out. Constant innovation leaves no room for stagnation, and thus adds on the basic idea, effectively making it unique. Unique ideas are inspired by basic things. They are simply extensions of pre-existing notions. And an idea or a concept is unique only when it transcends its predecessor and it serves its purpose in a better and more precise way.
The lecture is about a good idea in business. Firstly, the speaker talked about great ideas have to be unique. He also pointed out productive and copies and features with the concept. In the end, the lecture explained how basic things and no room affect a good ideas. I think that's enough. Thank you so much.
In 1997, a French woman named Jeanne Calment passed away after 122 years and 164 days on this earth, making her the oldest known person in history. Her age was so astounding that a millionaire pledged $1 million to anyone who could break her record. But in reality, living to this age or beyond is a feat that very few, maybe even no humans, are likely to accomplish. Human bodies just aren't built for extreme aging. Our capacity is set at about 90 years. But what does aging really mean? And how does it counteract the body's efforts to stay alive? We know intuitively what it means to age. For some, it means growing up, while for others, it's growing old. Yet finding a strict scientific definition of aging is a challenge. What we can say is that aging occurs when intrinsic processes and interactions with the environment, like sunlight and toxins in the air, water, and our diets, cause changes in the structure and function of the body's molecules and cells. Those changes in turn drive their decline and subsequently the failure of the whole organism. The exact mechanisms of aging are poorly understood, but recently scientists have identified 9 physiological traits, ranging from genetic changes to alterations in a cell's regenerative ability, that play a central role.
The lecture is about How aging means. The speaker talked about 1997, a French woman, and 222 years. He also pointed out history, her age, $1 million in living to this age in the human body. In the end, the lecture explained how to stay alive growing up and growing old would be a challenge, affect water, diet, and body changes. I think that's enough. Thank you so much.
3 students are discussing how to tackle the challenge of writing a college essay.
Guys, I'm really struggling with this essay. It's so much more difficult than high school, and I have no idea where to start. It's just overwhelming. I keep rereading the prompt, but I'm still not sure if I'm interpreting it correctly.
Hey, don't worry too much about it. The first thing you should do is to make sure you understand the question. Trying to write without a clear idea of what you're supposed to be discussing will just make things harder. Maybe try breaking the prompt down into smaller parts, or even talk to your professor after class to clarify what they're looking for.
Yeah. You don't need to start by writing the summary or introduction. Just start with the main content first. Get all your ideas down, and then you can organize them into a logical order later. I always do a brain dump first, just writing everything I know or think about the topic without worrying about structure.
That's true. Once you have your main points, you can write a draft and then go back and revise. You might find it easier to write the summary once you've done that. And don't forget, we're here to help too. We can proofread your draft and give you some feedback. If you want, we could even set up a study session this weekend to go over your outline together.
That sounds like a good plan. I feel much better about this now. I think I'll try the brain dump method tonight, and then maybe share my rough points with you tomorrow.
The Writing Center on campus is also a great resource. They can help you brainstorm ideas and even review your essay before you submit it.
Exactly. Don't hesitate to use the resources available to you. And take breaks too when you find yourself stuck. Sometimes stepping away for a bit can help clear your mind and give you a fresh perspective. I always set a timer, like 45 minutes of writing, then a 10-minute break. It keeps me from burning out.
Yeah, you guys make a lot of sense. I'll start by understanding the question and then move on from there. And I'll definitely use the Writing Center's help too. Thank you so much. I was so stressed earlier, but now I actually have a clear starting point.
You're welcome. Just remember to take it one step at a time. Writing an essay doesn't have to be a huge, insurmountable task. You're capable of breaking it down and conquering it, piece by piece. And honestly, your first draft doesn't have to be perfect. Just getting something on paper is already progress.
Exactly. Remember, we're only a call away. We all struggle at times, but that's how we learn and grow. You've got this.
There is a group of people talking about writing assignment. The first speaker mentioned some detail like no ideas and don't worry. And first thing to do, understand the question and try to smaller looking for things. And should write summary and introduction on idea doubts, bring them first, everything I know. And you have your main point and don't forget to give some feedback on this should be studied on the weekend. The second speaker also highlights some factors about study the weekend with a good plan and SharePoint tomorrow, review before you submit, and you should take break and help to clear the mind. You should set a timer in writing 10 minutes break. Moving on with the center help. So straight, but still have a clear point. One step, piece by piece, and get paper. Remember thing. Another person also shared a few ideas about don't worry, first thing to do to understand the question. Try to looking for some smaller thing, write summary and introduction on ideas down. In conclusion, the group conversation is very informative.
3 students are discussing the best ways to get to university, each sharing their own experiences, worries, and suggestions.
I really hate taking the train to university. Even when I took the first train, I was still late 3 times. I've been thinking about buying a car lately, but to buy a car I'd have to work part-time and save money, which will leave me no time to study.
Oh, I've never had that trouble with buses. I love commuting by bus. Every morning I take the first bus, which gets me to campus with plenty of time. On the ride, I can prepare for my lectures, go over class materials, read academic articles, or even watch short study videos. Plus, I really enjoy the quietness of the early morning. It helps me calm down before a busy day, though I have to admit a bus may be stuck in the traffic sometimes.
That traffic issue is real, but cars aren't the solution either. Parking on campus is a nightmare, and gas costs add up fast. I live super close to campus, so I just run to school every day. It saves me money and keeps me in shape. Instead of a car, why not try a bicycle? It's fast enough to get to university on time, and it's great exercise too. And honestly, I think buses are better than cars.
You're right about buses getting stuck in traffic. I've heard so many people complain about that, but since my train is even less reliable, I'm actually willing to try taking the bus. Though I'm still worried. What if the first bus is full and I have to wait for the next one? That might make me late too.
Oh, I've never had that problem. The first bus at 6 a.m. is usually pretty empty. Most students don't want to get up that early. If you leave 10 minutes earlier than me, you can definitely get a seat. And even if the bus is a little slow, you'll still have time to grab a coffee before class, which is way better than rushing because the train's late.
And if the bus doesn't work out, the bicycle is still a backup. I used to cycle to school when I lived a little farther away, and I didn't have to worry about traffic jams. The only downside someone mentioned before is that cycling's inconvenient on rainy days, because you have to wear a rain jacket, but you can keep a foldable umbrella in your bag, or just switch to the bus that day.
That makes sense. Having a backup plan would ease my worry. I think I'll start with the first bus next week, and if it doesn't work, I'll look into buying a second-hand bicycle. It's way cheaper than a car, and I could use the extra exercise too.
Yay, that's a good call. If you take the 6 a.m. bus, we might even run into each other. We can walk to the classroom together after getting off.
Perfect. And if you need help picking out a bicycle, just tell me. I know a few good shops near campus that sell affordable used ones. No need to spend a lot when you're just starting out.
There is a group of people talking about how to get to school on time. The first speaker mentioned some detail like to late 3 times and buy a car and work part-time, save money and take the first bus on the right, go to class, watch video and quiet morning in a burst stop traffic. The second speaker also highlights some factor about parking on campus super close and run to school and save me some money and try a bicycle. It could be right beyond time and cheap bus with many people. Another speaker also shared a few ideas about taking the bus, have to wait for the next bus, 6 a.m. nearly empty and don't want to get up early and the bus a little slow, a coffee before class, a traffic jam, and rainy days with rainy jacket or umbrella, and a backup plan, and a good call. In conclusion, the group conversation is very informative.
You had nearly finished your assignment, but your sister asked you to attend your parents' party, and as a result you missed the deadline. What would you say to your tutor?
Hello, my name is Lily, and I'm happy to talk to you. I'm here to talk regarding I have nearly finished your assignment, but my sister asked me to attend my parent party, and as a result, I missed the deadline. Thank you very much for your time and for your support. Please call me back as soon as possible.
Your friend is sitting next to you and keeps talking, but you want to focus on the lecture and take notes. What would you say to him?
Hello, my name is Lily, and I'm happy to talk to you. I'm here to talk regarding that you are sitting next to me and you keep talking. I want to focus on the lecture and take notes. Please call me back as soon as possible. Thank you for your time and your support.